The third meeting of the Asia Solar Energy Forum, organized by the Asian Development Bank or ADB, along with the Thai government and various Thai energy and financial institutions, begins today in Bangkok and will continue until tomorrow. Over 300 participants from government, private sector, as well as solar energy experts from around Asia attended the meeting. The forum, set up to promote knowledge, exchange and networking, is part of the Asia Solar Energy Initiative launched last year by the ADB in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. The initiative aims to boost solar used in Asia, targeting that the continent should be able to accumulatively generate some 3,000 megawatts of electricity by the sun by 2013. At the moment, less than 1/4 of Asia's overall electricity production comes from solar, and the ADB plan to provide up to $2.25 billion in financing leading up to 2013, as well as draw in a further $6.75 billion from the government and the private sector through the private-public partnership approach.
Able to leverage that money. The approach would be to work with the government to come up with incentive policy framework to improve investment environment, to make the energy investment, solar energy investment more financially viable. So private sector investors will be more interested in doing projects of solar energy in the countries. That's one. And two, ADB will also partner with private sector people to leverage their resources. And ADB has also done quite a few funds. Actually, we invested recently $150 million in India to set up a guarantee fund where we will guarantee those bank lending specifically to clean energy projects.
The main challenges to the goal of 2013, according to the ADB Vice President Zhou Yuzhao, are things like the cost of technological transfer and in making potential private investors see that solar energy project is a viable and profitable business opportunity.
In doing whatever possible to provide a good framework. Now, the current challenge is basically the cost of investment, technology transfer, financing paradigm, and also how to package an investment in such a way that fits into the country's specific situation. I mean, countries have all different levels of development. They all face different challenges. But how you roll out your programs in a country depends very much, first of all, on the policymaker, but more importantly, on the business sector. I mean, how you team up the public sector people with the private sector people and together with the policymakers to make things happen in a very effective way. I think that's the challenge.
Different situation meant that solar energy need to be factored into a different context of energy consumption and energy security in different countries across Asia. For developing countries like Bangladesh, where only half of the country have access to power, solar energy is a complementary source of power for those without access to the country's main power grid.
$100 million of our energy is being factored in niche areas, basically. Niche areas meaning off-grid areas where those who can afford solar home system. We have the fastest growing solar home system in the world, and about 1 million households would have solar home system by the end of this year. So in the niche areas, in off-grid areas, in like community health centers in rural areas or schools in the rural areas where we cannot take the grid electricity right away.
So far, the high potential of solar energy has interested many governments and private sector across Asia, and the ADB aim to increase the contribution of solar energy to the power grids across Asia to 3 to 5%, leading up to 2013 target and beyond.